Hello, welcome back to another V2i presentation. Thank you once again for joining us. Today's presentation is really a groundbreaking presentation. It's a presentation that we undertook for Landcom. It's a visualisation for their development guidelines. As I said, in my mind it was certainly groundbreaking when we did this, which would have been maybe 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago now. And what was groundbreaking is that we were taking their traditional guideline documents and visualising it, trying to provide those viewing the presentation with an understanding of the reason why the various principles and the criteria exist within development guidelines. As always, we welcome your feedback, because with that feedback we can improve what we're doing. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.
This video presentation demonstrates some of the main highlights from Landcom's built form guidelines. The benefit of these guidelines is that they encourage higher quality dwellings, homes that will make a positive contribution to creating great streets and neighbourhoods. They are designed to complement existing council controls and assist home builders and designers. A great street is made up of quality houses, well-defined front gardens, good street trees, and large backyard trees that can also be seen from the street. A front fence or hedge will clearly separate private spaces from public areas like the street. This also defines the street edge. The presence of trees can make a huge impact. While street trees are important, front gardens should also include small trees, and rear gardens should have at least one large tree to enhance outdoor spaces, improve privacy, and contribute to the overall streetscape. This simple time-lapse demonstration indicates the dramatic difference trees can make to the street. Street trees can be planted either on the verge or within on-street parking areas. This alternative shows street trees planted only on the verge, again showing the impact that the trees have as they mature over 10 years. Large, shady street trees can have unexpected benefits too. For example, they have been proven to reduce the temperature in the areas they shade by as much as 2 degrees. Unless they are well designed, garages can be obtrusive and unattractive when viewed from the street. A simple design for the garage door and driveway is best and will help to reduce their impact. Garages should be set back at least 1 metre from the front elevation and should be less than half the overall width of the house. Garages should also be set back 5.5 metres from the front boundary. This provides enough room for a car to park on the driveway wholly inside the house block. The aim should always be to reduce the visual impact of garages from the street and to allow the entry and the house itself to be more prominent. Providing adequate space between houses offers greater privacy and improves the character of the street. It makes individual properties and the street appear more spacious. The gap between neighbouring houses is more noticeable at the upper levels because they are seen against the sky. Bigger gaps improve access to sunlight. All houses should provide a private and usable backyard, a landscaped front yard, and adequate space between neighbours. Therefore, the size of the house, its configuration, and the amount of land it occupies are all important. A well-planned house should always achieve sunny, private, indoor and outdoor spaces. Corner lots are particularly important because they need to look good from both street frontages. Ideally, the main entry for corner houses should be on the long side of the lot to avoid a blank face to that street. The garage should also be located on the long side. This frees up the shorter side for windows and other architectural features that improve the streetscape. Well-planned houses have a feeling of spaciousness, sunlight and privacy. Achieving this is easy. For example, try to take maximum advantage of garden views and design for natural breezes to circulate throughout the house. Orientate living areas to the north and east, facing the garden. Ensure that the main living area opens directly onto a good-sized, usable open space, using glazed double doors to allow for maximum sunlight. Generous ceiling heights can also contribute to a feeling of quality and spaciousness and allow for ceiling fans. Also, organize the floor plan into zones, the idea being to separate the more public living spaces from private bedroom and study areas. Backyards need to be big enough to be useful and designed to encourage socializing with family and friends. A well-designed garden should incorporate a paved or timber-decked outdoor area with direct access to living rooms. This can become the heart of the home in Australia's temperate climate. At least one large backyard tree can provide summer shade and increase privacy from neighbours. If everyone has them, they can also add significantly to the green and leafy feel of the entire neighbourhood. Shade structures located over living areas should be designed so that they let in the winter sun while also providing shade in summer, and plan gardens so that they receive sufficient daylight as well. Be sure not to overshadow your neighbours. They should have the same access to sunlight as you do. While it's not always obvious, the side and rear elevations of houses play an important part in creating a great place to live. For example, the back wall of a double-storey home is usually visible from at least 3 of its neighbours. Setting back these upper levels provides more privacy and sunlight onto your garden areas and those of your neighbours. A well-designed house helps create a great street and will add diversity and interest to the street. A simple roof form with generous eaves is best and will enhance most house designs. Front door entry areas should be clearly visible from the street for safety reasons and ought to provide adequate shelter from the weather. Entry areas are a fundamental part of the house design. They need to be noticeable without detracting from the overall design. Well-designed verandas and pergolas improve the quality of living spaces and should be provided to all elevations exposed to western and northern sun. Balconies also provide an opportunity for homeowners to overlook the street and garden, adding to neighbourhood security. Verandas and balconies should be wide enough to be useful. They must at least be able to accommodate an outdoor table and chairs comfortably. The choice of building materials forms an important part of any overall house design and can make a positive contribution to the streetscape. The aim should be to maintain a high quality appearance over time, and so durability, detailing, texture and diversity are important factors. A well-designed home should always maintain sufficient privacy to its neighbours. Adequate space between buildings enhances privacy, reduces overshadowing and improves the character of the street. Overlooking onto neighbouring homes from balconies and windows can be minimised by offsetting and screening. The introduction of trees and shrubs along the side and rear boundaries can also provide additional privacy. Lifestyles are changing. People are living longer, and the houses we are designing today should reflect this. Many people want to remain in their homes as they grow older. Thoughtful housing design can minimise the need for expensive modifications as homeowners age. This may mean opting for a single-storey home or incorporating more simple changes, such as ensuring that the ground floor always includes a bedroom and ensuite. Other modifications, such as incorporating slightly wider corridors or designing bathrooms that cater for the less mobile, can also make life easier for homeowners in the years to come. For a full copy of Landcom's built form guidelines, go to our website at landcom.com.au.